We're the Cousins Weird. Hi, we're together today. It's early. I just drank Shamrock Shake because I'm a big old hog.
No, you're enjoying the season.
It was freaking awesome. And you know what's funny? Like, when we were kids, they weren't as green as they are now. The green was much muted.
Well, and their shakes were different.
Now, I don't think I think that they add syrup to it.
They add syrup to it.
It still tastes good, but I don't think it's as good as it was when we were kids.
No. And if I have them today, I have to like half chocolate, half.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Chocolate. They're pretty intense.
Yeah. Because there's too much. It's too much. But I can't have them because there's sugar in them.
That's why I drank mine in the car. Like, sucked it down because I didn't want to have it around Colleen because it's me.
No, it doesn't bother me because I've been off sugar for long enough that I can be around. Like, I don't, like, whatever. I'm trying to figure out a way to do my own, like, keto-friendly one. And there's mint chocolate chip keto ice cream that I could technically make a shamrocky kind of shake. But I don't want the little chunks in it.
No.
So I could get the vanilla and get
peppermint
extract. Yeah, yes. That's what I thought.
You don't need much.
No, like just drops, a drop.
Couple drops.
I could make my own and put a little green food coloring in it and pretend I'm having one.
The kids are on vacation. They're back to school. My middle child looks like a hillbilly with no teeth.
I know,
she's so funny. I had mentioned that last time, but she lost during vacation.
I think we did.
She lost both her front top teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So she basically has 2 on the bottom, in the middle, and the 2 on the outsides of those were lost, and then the 2 in the front were lost. She has this big gap. It's adorable.
All she wants for St. Patrick's Day is her 2 front teeth. The leprechauns are going to bring her front teeth.
Not the Currans.
Not the Currans. Well,
they might.
They might take your front teeth and give them to her.
That's probably what would happen. I love this month. I just love it. I love Irish stuff. I love the music. I love the food because I'm a cabbage-eating girl.
Love cabbage.
You know what's funny? Like, my mom always, like, wants to make shepherd's pie, this fancy. I'm like, no. I want boiled dinner, damn it.
Boiled dinner's good.
Give me the cabbage and the potatoes and the carrots.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's good. I love cabbage in all forms. Just give me the cabbage.
Of course, I've yet to meet cabbage I would not eat.
Yeah, me either.
I like kimchi. I like sauerkraut. I'm really picky about sauerkraut. I don't like canned sauerkraut. I want the fresh stuff.
Yeah.
That tastes way better. It's the crunchier.
Most times with anything. The fresh is better than the canned.
Like, the refrigerated pickles are so much better than the jarred pickles.
But I'll eat a pickle from anywhere, really.
I can't eat pickles right now.
Salty.
Too salty.
We're at the opposite ends of the spectrum.
It makes me
we cannot share anything together.
I can't have kraut either.
No.
And even when we do Asian food at home, Ruben makes kimchi. So
is he doing light on the salt for you?
He's like, you soak the lettuce in salt and then you rinse it off. He said, so there's still some left. He goes, but I don't actually
keep all that salt in there.
Right. It's mostly you basically use it to wilt the lettuce.
I was gonna say it probably wilts it.
Cabbage,
like when you put sugar on top of fruit, it pulls the juices out, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then you rinse all that off. So I'm sure there is salt in it, but like when I
probably not as much as in the store.
I will eat some, but I'll only eat a little bit.
Yeah,
but it tastes so good.
It's so good.
And my house always smells like kimchi because you make it and then you leave it on the counter. Especially this time of year,
fermenting it.
It never goes to the fridge. And honestly, like, my husband will make it, and you're supposed to let it ferment, and they eat it up before
even gets to the right fermenting stage.
Sometimes it gets sour a little bit, but I like it sour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it doesn't normally get
as
sour as I like because they
eat it all.
They eat all their hogs. They eat it every day. My husband.
It's so good for your stomach.
Really, it is. His is red because it's so hot, but like
yum. But it's still good for your gut.
It is good. That's good flora, the good bacteria.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping with the theme this month, and my topic today is Irishy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm covering what has been called the most haunted castle in Ireland.
That's exciting.
And some psychics and mediums and ghost hunters have called it the most haunted place in the world.
Ooh.
So it's Leap Castle, and it's spelled Leap. So when you look at it, you think Leap Castle, but in Ireland they say Leap.
Okay.
It's Leap Castle. It's located in Offaly County.
Oh my God. This place is
Ofali?
destined to be...
Ofali.
Oh, Ofali. I thought you said awfully.
Awfully, no, Ofali County.
Okay.
And it's said to have been built on ancient ley lines of like supernatural energy.
Okay.
You know, like they have the ley lines on the earth, and this castle's built on
right on it. Okay.
Yep. It was built in the 15th century, 1400s. And it was built in a strategic spot for the time. It's located on a route through the Sleeve Bloom Mountains, and they connect the coast to the plains of Leeks and Ofali.
Okay.
Awfully. This was a trade route that was highly valuable for the time because it took like if things arrived over the water on a ship,
right.
they could take it through this mountain pass, you know, to
right.
the villages that were through it. So, it was highly fought over this area. Like there were always clans were bickering and fighting
battling
and warring over possession of this location. And the castle was built eventually by the O'Carroll clan, and the O'Carroll clans were called the Dark Princes of Ely, or Ely. Because that's
fancy.
what the area was called then, was Ely,
okay.
E-L-Y.
Okay.
And if anybody that's Irish is listening to this, I apologize for mispronouncing things, because the Gaelic language is not a very easy language to pronounce.
And we're stupid Americans that don't know
how to say anything right. and one of the names I know I'm pronouncing right because I watched the Fleming, Tag Fleming. So one of the names is Tag. And
so
I know
how to
pronounce
say that.
Like I want to say that because the Flemings are amazing and so funny. You should watch them on TikTok and YouTubes.
Mm-hmm. They are funny.
Yeah, they are great. They're Irish, and the dad dances and he wears costumes
really
and stuff. Oh my god, he's so much fun.
It's so cute.
Bat Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Just type in Bat Dad and he'll come up.
Yes.
It's so fun. Okay, so this family originated like from the north of Ireland. And when they arrived to this area, they savagely drove away all the indigenous clans from the area. Like they came in and they're like, we're just going to make sure they wanted this area.
Right.
And they basically killed everybody or beat them or I'll go through some of the things that they like to do to people.
No.
Because it's real fun.
It's not going to be good.
They're so nice. I'm
sure they are.
Okay, so we're going to first go over the origin of the name Lep, or Leap, depending on where you're from. The full name of the site is, and I apologize, Liam Wi Banan, which in Gaelic means the Leap of O'Banion.
Okay.
And the legend says that the land was seized by the O'Carrolls from the O'Banions, who refused to pay tribute to them after the O'Carrolls came in and they kind of took over, and they're like, all of you people who are here first, you have to pay us tribute now because we're going to be the lords of the area. And the O'Banions, they refused to pay them. They're we're not paying you. No way. And then so the O'Carrolls offered, they were offered to provide, the Carrolls made them an offer, and the O'Banions were to provide a champion to literally leap between these two great rocks that rose out of the ground near the ancient there was an earthen fort that was there first.
Okay.
And so there were these two gigantic rocks that rose up, and there was a gap. And they're like, you have to provide a champion who can leap between those rocks from one to the other. And if he does that, then you never, ever have to pay us tribute again. So they're like, okay.
I triple dog dare you.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. Okay.
Yes. They're like, okay, sure, we have. Because, back then it was all about ego.
Right.
We definitely have someone that could do that,
yes.
But if he fell and didn't make the leap and he fell to his death, because
that's the only other option, yeah.
They had to accept the O'Carrolls as lords of the area.
Okay.
So
seems like a fair deal.
Well, the champion did not make the jump, right? He jumped and died on the rocks below.
Oh, God.
But the O'Carrolls slaughtered the O'Banions anyway and seized their land. Yeah, so I was like, oh, yeah, we're just going to kill you. It's fine. And they would have killed them anyway.
I was going to say, if the guy made it to the other side, he'd probably be the only one that lived because he was stuck over there on a rock.
Right. Well, they probably would have found a way to kill him, too.
They just shot arrows at him or something.
And they seized their land, and then they ended up building Lep Castle on the site where this supposedly happened.
So, if he was leaping, and it's spelt leap, why do they call it Lep?
I don't know.
Oh. Did they say lepping, too? And we're just saying leaping?
It might be.
Maybe that's it.
The way you pronounce it in Gaelic. Might be
lepping.
You leapt.
You leapt. That sounds makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I could make anything make sense in my head, but yeah.
Another item of folklore from this was, it is said that they mixed the fallen champion's blood in with the mortar, which they used to build the foundations of this castle.
Oh, good.
And their motto, the O'Carroll clan's motto was, "Raised in blood, blood be its portion."
That's just a beginning of a haunted castle, if you ask me, right?
And psychopathic family.
Yes. I mean, yes, this castle's going to be haunted because
for sure.
We're just making sure of it.
Yeah, we're literally building it with the blood of
people.
Yeah,
we're mixing in dead people's blood, so
for sure. Many of the early O'Carroll chieftains, they died within the castle walls of what they refer to as the creeping plague, and it was basically a slow wasting disease that eventually killed them.
Oh.
So, and it was like the early chieftains that lived in this castle, all of them died of this.
Ew.
Which is like terrible.
Oh, you're cursed.
So by 1489, John O'Carroll, who was a chieftain, he died from what they called the bloody flux and the pox.
Oh, I know what the pox is.
Could be smallpox or it could be
syphilis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the bloody flux, which means he was shitting blood.
It's probably all STD related.
Oh, sounds awful. Like, great. In the 16th century, there were 2 warring factions in the area. So we're moving into 1500s now. And at that time, there were 2 different factions that were warring against each other for power at this time. The Fitzgerald Earls of Desmond and Kildare, they were considered ancient Gaelic aristocracy. Like, they were like the originators of the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other faction were the Butler Dukes of Ormond and North Tipperary. I just love all these names.
I know.
I love it so much. And they were pro-English. So this other faction had the backing of the English because they were royalists.
Right.
So they backed the English king. Most of the Irish chieftains took sides between these 2 factions. So like they were kind of split in the middle. Some of them were on the Earl side and some of them were on the Duke's side, leaving Lep Castle in the middle between them. So they were kind of like, we're going to choose the side that's going to win.
Yeah, so we can have
because they were the most powerful house in the area. They had the castle, they had the power, so they're like, I don't know if we're gonna back you or we're gonna back you. You know, right. It's like who, you know, they were kind of playing both sides.
Who might win? I don't know.
Right. In 1541, the castle passed to Taig Coach O'Carroll. They referred to him as One-Eyed Taig. And that's spelled Tadhg, if anybody's wondering.
Taig.
Yep.
That's how my mom says bag. Bag.
Taig.
Bag.
He was the youngest of all the brothers of this family. So he was not the supposed heir. The oldest, named John, was simple-minded and he was unable to lead. And then the next in line was Thaddeus McFur O'Donnell.
I love that name.
Yeah, Thaddeus McFur O'Connell.
McFur
O'Carroll. Thaddeus McFur O'Carroll. What a name. And he was a priest, and it was thought to be incapable of the ruthlessness needed to lead the clan. But they said he was very politically savvy and really like intelligent. So Thaddeus, he had the support of the Earls of Desmond. He had the support of the Gaelic aristocracy.
Okay.
And he was often in conflict with his younger brother Taig. So they fought a lot because Taig is like, I'm the ruler, and Thaddeus is like, well, I'm supposed to be the ruler.